Did you know that the average American spends over 90,000 hours over their lifetime at work? And sadly, even after all this work, the average American would go into debt if a sudden $1,000 expense popped up. Given how hard it is to make money, why is it that some people break free from the cycle of poverty and others don't? Are they simply smarter, or do they work twice as hard? The answer to both questions is no. The secret to breaking the cycle might just lie in the teachings of Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of the most popular books on personal finance and money mindset ever written. In this video, let's dive into these simple yet extremely effective strategies that Kiyosaki has used himself to turn his yearly salary into his monthly passive income. Strategy number 1. Acquiring income-producing assets. This strategy is much more effective than simply trying to hoard as much cash as possible. Instead, we want to build a lot of money-printing machines that can work for us 24/7. What is a money-printing machine, you ask? Don't worry, it's not anything illegal. A money-printing machine is anything that you own that generates income for you even when you aren't actively working. This is the key to turning your annual income into monthly income. Let's explore this idea in a bit more detail. Based on the 2022 Global Wealth Report, the wealthiest members of our society set aside about 45% of their portfolios to these assets, compared to just 25% for average investors. This discrepancy is one of the dividing forces between the rich and the poor. But perhaps the most obvious example of this is how the rich interact with real estate versus everyone else. The National Association of Realtors reports that property managers in the U.S. had a median annual income of around $58,000 in 2021. On top of this, most residential and commercial properties typically go up in value over time, averaging a 3 to 5% annual increase, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. And if that wasn't enough, real estate investors can also leverage their properties to access additional funds through refinancing, which will allow them to purchase even more real estate. But real estate is just one part of the wealth equation. The wealthy also love to diversify into other assets, such as the stock market. Dividend stocks are another solid investment that compounds over time. The S&P 500's annual dividend yield of 1.5 to 2% over the past decade, as reported by JP Morgan Asset Management, might seem modest, but has contributed significantly to long-term investment returns. But beyond stocks, what other fixed income securities can contribute to your portfolio? Bonds and fixed income securities provide a very predictable income stream. For example, the yield on a 10-year U.S. Treasury note, around 1.75% as of early 2023, represents a stable and predictable income source. This stability is crucial for a balanced investment portfolio. But what about income sources that stem from your creativity or intellectual efforts? Intellectual properties such as patents and copyrights can be incredibly lucrative. The Licensing Industry Merchandisers Association found that global revenue from licensed merchandise exceeded $280 billion in 2020. This sector offers a unique opportunity for creative people to earn passive income. But in addition to individual creativity, how does owning a business fit into this strategy? Business ownership is perhaps the most dynamic income-producing asset. The American Express survey revealed that small business owners in the U.S. reported an average annual revenue of around $4.9 million in 2021. This proves the potential for significant income through business ownership. But not all businesses are created equal. Starting and maintaining traditional businesses in America pose significant challenges, with high failure rates being a prominent concern. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, around 65% of new businesses fail within the first 10 years. Of the businesses that do survive, even if the revenue is high, the profit margins tend to be very low. For example, a typical full-service restaurant business in the U.S. will only generate a pathetic 3 to 5% profit. So, what's the most profitable way to earn money for beginners in 2023 and beyond? It's a unique little side hustle that 99% of the population has never even heard of, and it only requires a few hours of work per week, so you don't need to quit your job to do this. Click the link in the description to learn more. Strategy number 2. Scaling income. If you want to turn your yearly income into a monthly one, you have to apply leverage, and that's where scaling comes into the picture. See, most people view money as the direct result of working harder, but the rich understand that providing value at scale is the fastest way to wealth. not picking up more shifts at your job. The U.S. Small Business Administration notes that small businesses contribute to 44% of U.S. economic activity. This number really shows how much money-making potential there is in being an entrepreneur. The key lies in identifying market needs and offering unique solutions. For example, the rise of e-commerce has given companies access to a global market, greatly increasing their ability to make money. The ability to reach a global market for free is what allows so many digital entrepreneurs to become millionaires at a young age. But how exactly can you transition from a local market to a global market? This is where investing in high-growth opportunities comes into play. McKinsey & Company reports that top-performing companies deliver about 30% of their total value in their sectors. Even though these high-growth investments are riskier, they could pay off big. It is about finding the right balance between risk and possible reward, which is a key step in making more money. The Social Security Administration found that millionaires have, on average, about 7 different sources of income. This is what we refer to as diversification. Diversification is more than just a safety net. It is a way to make sure that you always have money coming in, even if one source of income vanishes. From rental income to passive income businesses, there is literally no limit. But how does one manage and grow these diverse income streams effectively? This is where we can see the power of partnerships and networks. Harvard Business Review highlights the importance of strong networks in accessing vital information and opportunities. Collaborations and strategic partnerships can open new doors to markets and possibilities, exponentially increasing your income potential. If you own a business, this also means hiring top talent. After all, a company is nothing without its employees. But in a rapidly evolving market, how can you stay ahead of the competition? Being innovative and smart about how you generate money in your business is the key. You need to keep quality high while actively working on bringing down your costs. According to the McKinsey Global Institute, almost half of the tasks that people do now could be completed by machines in 2055. Many tasks are already better suited to machines than humans, and this effect will only increase over the coming decades. This would make businesses more productive and profitable, while also providing more value to the end customer. By using digital tools and automating tasks, you can make your businesses run smoothly, reduce costs, and skyrocket your profits. Strategy number 3: mindset shift and financial education. According to Robert Kiyosaki, turning your yearly income into a monthly one takes more than just smart money management. It requires a big change in how you think about money and a dedication to learning about it. Using this strategy will help you change the way you think about money and give you the tools you need to handle your money well. A fundamental shift in perspective sets the path for success. Kiyosaki stresses the need to change from a scarcity mindset, which is focused on limits, to one of abundance, which is focused on opportunities. According to Carol Dweck's research on mindset, people who have a growth mindset believe in their own ability to improve over time and are much more likely to be successful. Those without a growth mindset will always get in their own head and never see the success they want. This change is very important, but it's only the beginning. So how can you use this new way of thinking to get out of financial trouble? It starts from escaping the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. According to the American Payroll Association, almost 74% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. To get out of debt, you need to view money as raw energy that can be used to generate more money, not just a way to buy things that give you instant gratification. This brings us to the most important part of this plan: teaching families about money. Financial knowledge is very important, with only 57% of U.S. adults being financially literate, according to the National Foundation for Credit Counseling. There is clearly a need for education in budgeting, investing, and risk management. But where does one start in this educational journey? Investing in your financial education is essential. This means dedicating time to learn about markets, strategies, and trends. Kiyosaki himself advocates for continuous learning, which extends beyond formal education to include mentorship and self-study. But what does it mean to have financial intelligence? Financial intelligence goes beyond knowledge. It's about applying what you've learned. A George Washington University study shows that financially literate individuals are more likely to have retirement plans and emergency funds. This use of knowledge in the real world is very important, but it needs a plan. Creating a financial plan is your financial roadmap. Charles Schwab's report indicates that those with a written plan are 32% more likely to feel financially stable. This plan should outline your goals, strategies, and timelines. However, even the best laid plans involve some level of risk-taking. Calculated risks are part of wealth building. The Global Entrepreneurship Monitor reports that fear of failure keeps many people away from starting a business. If you want financial success, learning from your failures is the most important thing you can do. But what exactly can you do to keep pushing through when things get difficult? My best tip is to remind yourself why you are on this journey in the first place. Are you trying to quit a job you hate? Do you want to retire your parents? Remind yourself every day why you are doing this, and this will light the fire in you to keep going. When it comes to passive investments, the best thing you can do after setting up automatic investing is forgetting about it. Fidelity Investments' report shows that patient investors often see their investments recover and grow over time. Wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. But you don't have to do this marathon alone. Network with like-minded people, as this can make the process much easier. A LinkedIn study revealed that 80% of professionals see networking as crucial to career success. In finance, your network can be a source of opportunities and support. As the saying goes, your network is your net worth. Strategy number 4, making use of assets and opportunities. This strategy is not just about owning assets. It's about maximizing their potential and seizing opportunities that can exponentially increase your income. The first step is to understand how powerful asset leverage can be. Leveraging involves using existing assets to increase your potential to earn more. One example of this in real estate is using the equity from one property to pay for the purchase of another. A report by the National Association of Realtors indicates that 35% of real estate investors in the U.S. used leveraging to expand their portfolio in 2021. This strategy amplifies your investment capacity, but it's crucial to balance it with risk management. How does one find the right balance? Effective risk management is key when leveraging assets. It's about making calculated decisions that can lead to growth while lowering possible losses. According to a study by the Global Association of Risk Professionals, businesses that employed strategic risk management practices were 33% more likely to achieve their financial goals. For people like you and me, the best way to manage our risk is to hire professional financial planners and risk analysts. But leveraging isn't limited to financial assets. Your skills and knowledge are priceless assets in today's information economy. Leveraging your expertise can lead to significant income opportunities. A LinkedIn survey found that 39% of professionals increased their income by leveraging their skills through consulting or freelance work. This involves identifying market needs that align with your skills and offering your expertise. But how does one identify and seize the right opportunities? You need to keep an open mind and keep yourself up to date with what's happening in the market, especially in your own niche. This will make it easy for you to be one of the first people to capitalize on an opportunity when one finally presents itself. A report by Forbes suggests that individuals who actively seek and capitalize on opportunities quickly are 25% more likely to achieve financial success. For example, earlier in the video, I mentioned an amazing side hustle that I recently discovered. I also mentioned that most people don't know about it and that it's linked in the description of this video. The tiny fraction of viewers who take advantage of this opportunity are much more likely to achieve financial success than 99% of viewers who only watch videos for fun and never take action. Robert Kiyosaki's principles aren't just theories. They are practical steps that have helped millions of people escape the 9-to-5 rat race and enjoy financial freedom. It might sound too good to be true, but do you think most people who achieved extreme success thought it was realistic when they were just starting out? No, you just have to educate yourself, apply what you learned, and stay consistent.